Nanach, here by the holy tomb of Rabbi Akiva and the Ramchal. So people are saying, what's the big deal? What's all the commotion to go to Uman for Rosh Hashana, for the New Year's? There's so much going on this year, the virus and craziness. What's the big deal? Take a year off, not go to Uman. Why make this whole fuss? There's all this craziness going on. What's the whole commotion? So Rosh Hashana is called Yom Haras Olam, the day that the world is given birth. You give birth to the world. That's the day of creation. So take a look at a woman that goes into labor. What's the big deal? She's in excruciating pain. There's a new baby coming out of her womb, and she has difficulty breathing. She has to get her breathing in her muscles and the contractions and all this going on. And you say, what's the big deal? Breathe in, breathe out, the baby will come out. There's lots of babies born into the world. What's the big deal? Why bother going to the hospital, call a midwife? There are also animals, billions of animals in the world. They give birth without midwives, without hospitals. What's the big deal? You know, just now I saw in the Ramchal, who's buried right here, the Ramchal says every morning for a few seconds, the original light of creation shines into the world. It's called the Or HaGanuz, the cached, hidden light. With this light, a person can see from one end of the universe to the other with clear prophecy. It's so high and esoteric that God hid it. He saw that the world couldn't deal with it. Only the greatest tzaddikim merit it. And the Ramchal says that for a few seconds every day, right now, when the day starts, this light shines. God shines this light into the world. And I saw this. I was like, this is crazy, amazing. This is every day for a few seconds, this light. A person can merit to this light. And I shared it with a few people on WhatsApp all over. Not a single person reacted. I saw this 2 days ago, and my head is still exploding. How could it be that a person can merit every day at the beginning of the day, in the morning, in the first rays of the day, a person can merit a prophecy like Moses? But the people, they're sleeping. The day gives birth. You know what goes on when a person gives birth? Do you see what's going on? When a new soul comes into the world, when a new day starts, when the new year starts, the woman is going into birth, the whole world is shaking. The energy, and they say, what's the big deal? What's the big commotion? So what? So it's another day. And here you have Rabbi Akiva. Rabbi Akiva was 120 years old. Who lives to 120 years old? Not too many people, right? He was 120 years old, and the Romans made a decree, you can't study Torah. And Rabbi Akiva studied Torah, and he taught Torah in the streets, and they told Rabbi Akiva, you're not worried that you're going to die, they're going to kill you. And Rabbi Akiva said, it's much more dangerous if I don't learn the Torah, right? This is the life of my soul, of the whole world is the Torah. And they killed him. And before they killed him, they sent Rabbi Shmuel Kohen Gadol. He went up to heaven and they asked, is this the divine will? Because if it wasn't the divine will, a few sages could have wiped out the whole Roman Empire. The Medrash says that one of them took over Rome for a few days and was killing tens of thousands of soldiers every day. It wasn't a big deal for them. The power of, they were the angels. their power was fire. But they went up to heaven, and heaven said, "This is the decree," and they tore Rabbi Akiva's body up with iron combs, and he laughed at them. He was 120 years old, and they made a big commotion whether he should be worried about dying or not. How long did he expect to live for? And Rabbi Akiva said, when they were tearing his body apart with combs, and the students saw that he was in ecstasy, and they said, and Rabbi Akiva said his whole life, every time he was saying Shema, every day when he said Shema, he was imagining this being done to him. Rabbi Akiva couldn't live a day without seeing himself completely new. Even when he was 120 years old, he couldn't live that day just like another day. He's 120 years old. He had to live new, completely new. And for him, completely new wasn't, read some motivational speech, you could start new. It meant picturing himself being torn apart with metal combs. It meant a woman going into labor, with everything that entails, the excruciating agony of the pain of labor and the excitement and everything that entails, right? That's what it meant to Rabbi Akiva to live every day. He was doing this twice a day. He was going in his mind, and when he was at 120 and they were doing it, it wasn't new to him. He says, "This, I need this every day. I need this twice a day. I need to wake up." And we live, unfortunately, half dead. And one day of the year, we can make it to Rabbi Nachman. And Rabbeinu knows how to wake people up, because he said it's forbidden to be old. That's the whole idea of Rabbi Nachman. Rabbi Nachman says you have to start new every day, even many times in one day. Only Rabbi Nachman figured this out more than anybody in the whole world in history, that you could wake yourself up even many times in a day to start completely new. He said that was what he was doing even as a kid. Completely new. Not new like new again. Completely new, which means mamish. It means a woman going into labor and the whole panic. That's what we need at least once a year to merit to be born, to start new. That's why it's very, very critical. If we want a chance, if we want to give us a chance to live at all in this world, we need to wake up. We need to give birth to the world. We are the world. We are the children. We're the Nanach. Like we sing in the song, Hakadosh Baruch Hu, Anachnu Ohavim Otcha. Hakadosh Baruch Hu, Anachnu Hananachim Shelcha. We are the Nanach. We gotta wake up. We can't live dead, just be old our whole lives. We need to get to Rabbeinu and wake up and wake the world up and give birth. This Rosh Hashana, be there. Nanach, Nachman, Uman. Nanach.